we're going to design a circle skirt from scratch. You can design a circle skirt in Pattern Master Boutique. Here, for my measurements, the waist is 16.375 times 2, 32 and 3/4 inch. If I go over here, the waist ease is 3/4 of an inch. So you can do it, but there's other times you might want to draft a full circle skirt to go on to a dress, to attach to a jacket at the waistline. There's many other opportunities to need a full circle draft for something else. So I'm going to show you how to do that. And even after 5 years of using this program, I can always be surprised with the new utility, which here I have just opened a new drawing, and I'm going to go into utilities, and I'm going to choose this calculator. Instead of this calculator, which just gives you the basic functions, in utilities on this calculator, you can calculate the circumference of a full circle skirt. I've got a 32-inch waist. I'm going to add a 1/2 inch ease, and my circle and radius is 5 1/4. So I'm going to take the circle. I'm going to click once, drag out, do not click, and then just type in 5.25. So if I come here and zoom selected, this circle is 32.987. I need it at 32.5, so I need to take off almost a 1/2 inch. So what I'm going to do is do my offset. I'm going to start at the smallest denominator, which is actually going to be a 1/16 of an inch, so this will be 0.0625. I need it smaller, so if I select that offset line, it's now at 32, a little bit over 32.5, which will work. So I'm going to select the original circle and delete it. Select, then hit your delete key. Next thing I need to do is to draw some cross lines within this circle. So I'm going to select my line tool. I'm going to right click at the circle, hold my control key down, go straight out and click. Hit the space key to repeat that command. Right click in the center, hold the control key and go straight up. Now I need to intersect these lines to the circles. Click, click, spacebar, click, click. I want my skirt to be 24 inches long, so let's zoom out, select a line, right click here, hold your control key, go straight up, let everything go and type in 24. So this line is 24 inches, so we're going to do it again. Right click, control key down, drag straight out, let everything go, type in 24. Spacebar. Right click, control key held down, drag straight down, let everything go and type 24, and then the last one, 24. So now all of these are at 24 inches. I can get rid of this and that. Let's go with our arc. Right click, right click, right click, spacebar, right click, right click, right click, and then we're going to do it for this waistline. We need to break this in the center, so we're going to get our scissors, click once anywhere on the line, and then right click twice at the end of this line. Do the same down here, same down here. So now I've got 4 different patterns. We're going to put a text object right here of center front. We'll leave it at 1 in its height, and I'm going to do 0 rotation. Okay, let's do the center back. Now, if you're looking at this, this is your left side seam, this is your right side seam. So let's put notations in. And then I need to rotate this 90 degrees. And then we're going to do another one. Side seam right. Let's move this over here. Okay, so now we've got our 4 pattern pieces. You can put this one on the fold and cut out these 2 pieces here. You can put this on the fold and cut them out separately. This back seam needs to be a stitching line. So I went into my change right here, selected change style, and took it down to a dashed stitching line. All of this is a stitching line. Select those and make sure you hold your shift key down to select multiple objects. If you didn't, then you would only be selecting one object at a time. So hold your shift key to select multiple objects, go into change, change style, dash stitching line. Okay. Now, what if you wanted this to be a high-low? Okay, here's your basic circle skirt. Let's say we want a high-low, so we want the front. Let's locate a point 20 inches from the waist. Try it again. Select your line, right click at the waist. I'm going to type in 20. So there's the front. And this, let's say I want, that's a 24. Let's make it 6 inches longer. So we're going to do a point from the waistline at 30 inches. So what we would do in this case is to get our arc. Right click here, and then try to make them straight from the points, but drag down even with your side seam. So we would take this and this. We would actually leave that alone. Take this and this, And let's copy that. I'll hold my control key down and go straight across this way. I'll select all that by dragging around it, and then I'm going to zoom selected. So then what I would do would be to intersect the center front, intersect the center back. This actually would have to go 5/8 inward. Now, that means you're going to lose about 1.25 inches on your first full circle, but it'll work still. So I'm going to offset 5/8 here. This actually is turned now into the stitching line. And this has turned into the cutting line. Finish offsetting. Here. And then we want a 1-inch hem here. And then we're going to intersect this all up. And this right here is going to be your side seam. So let's just put a little 1/4 inch. I'm going to select my line. I'm going to right click at that midpoint, hold my control key down, drag straight down, let go without clipping, and type in 0.375. I'll do 3/8. Let's put a text right here, side seam. Let's take this down to 0.2. Side seam. And we can select that and change this to 0.2. Change this to 0.2. Now, you can use this as just one full pattern. Or, let's remove that. What you can do, let's zoom window into here. I'm going to try and intersect this little side seam line down to here. And then down to here. Let's get our scissors. And we're going to break each of these lines. Okay. So then I would select all of this on this front pattern, and I would make a copy, drag it all the way around here, and I'm going to drag it a little bit further away, because then I'm going to take all of this and copy it and drag it over here. This would mean that these two lines need to be changed into stitching lines, and then you need to offset cutting lines. And then you're going to go ahead and intersect everything up. Okay. And let's just tidy this up a little bit. So then we would put a grain line marker here. Want to do a place on fold. Let's go 15 inches horizontally because this is 20. Let's just do 15. And then that has to be switched. Then we're going to put another two-way. Let's do 25 horizontally because we're sitting this on the lengthwise grain. We need to do the same here. So this is your high-low skirt. This is the base high-low skirt. So you could do either pattern, this placed on fold and cut and all one pattern, or you can do it as two patterns. And then this, you can get rid of, well, this right here is your basic circle skirt, just straight 24 inches to the knee. So that's, and then you would go ahead and crop this down, let's say maybe want to do just half of it. This can go away. Get rid of those. This then turns into a cutting line. Let's change the side seam into a cutting line. So then you would take these, make a copy, make a copy of the other side. Then let's do some offsetting. The inside line of this center back needs to be changed to a stitching line. And then we just do our intersecting. Don't forget to hit your space bar to repeat your command. let's change these to a 0.2. Let's do a place symbol. Now this was 24, so let's do 20 horizontally. Okay, and then we're going to put another symbol on this side. Two-way grain, 20 horizontally. Change this text to a 0.2. We can get rid of these side seams. And group, group. So there's all the variations that you can do with just this one utility calculator to calculate your skirt waistline circumference, circle, arc, line tool, text, place symbol, and group, and change. Those are the commands we used for this. Now, another way that I tried, that I found out, my waist is 32 inches. I want to add a ½ inch ease. I want a full circle skirt. That's 5.25. Circle, click, drag, don't click, type in 5.25. Select, zoom selected. Select it, and it's 32.987. Go into calculate and scale. Scale from 32.987 to 32.5. And you can get rid of that, and now this is 32.5. So I just found that, and it eliminates the need to do all of that offsetting on the original circle. So that's what we'll use.